Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy. I just got off of work, actually, and if you didn't know, I'm a working gal for this summer. Never had a job before, which is kind of crazy, but being an athlete, it's really hard to have a job because being an athlete kind of is my job, but, yeah. My first paid job, mind you, I've done like a lot of volunteer work and done a lot of different stuff throughout my life, but my first paid job, and it's so fun. I do love my job, but I've been kind of struggling with having a job, but because, well, no, not having a job, having shift work, because I basically just have like random shifts throughout the week and like don't have a specific day off. It's just like random days off here and there. Like some days I work 5 times a week, some weeks I work like 3 days, I don't know, and some 6, whatever. Some are longer days, some are AM, some are PM, blah 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 blah. Not complaining, just saying that for me it's really hard because I'm such a routine person. I love consistency and like just knowing my plan, having my little schedule and knowing like consistently every day like what I'm gonna do, having like a consistent morning routine, a consistent night routine, which is hard when like sometimes I work morning, sometimes I work night, but that's kind of what I've been struggling with recently because I just feel like out of whack and I'm like I need to get into routine. Like okay, like this is just for now, like next week I need to get into routine, I need to get consistent, like I need to get used to this, like blah 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 blah. And it just feels like I'm so like unregulated almost and not grounded, which is really like something that like I need to be to be sane. I've also just been struggling a lot recently, which is okay, but because I have been struggling and I am dealing with different mental health stuff right now, like it's important for me to have a routine and to have like consistent things and have like my morning routine set and my night routine, just like to have like that self-care time set out for me. So I'm gonna try to. I am. We're gonna set some goals in this episode, and I'll plan out my little routine that I want to get to with working the shift work because I have not been able to go to the gym as much as I like to, or move my body as much as I like to, which is extremely hard for me, especially as an athlete. One, because my mental health, like aside from being an athlete, like my mental health, like I like moving my body, like oh my god, after a workout or after just doing yoga or dance or anything, like I feel incredible, or going for a walk, I feel incredible. And sure, some of it, no, not really, I was gonna say some of it is the idea of just like the fact that I worked out or the fact that I did move my body, just like the idea of that makes me feel like I did something with my day, which like kind of sort of, yeah, but also just like movement does make me feel so good and so happy and like clears my mind a lot of the times. So I want to like get consistent with like moving my body and going to the gym, but it's like I don't know when to, and I just like I haven't had the energy to, and I've been prioritizing so many other things, and it feels like I've been neglecting my own self a lot and haven't been doing the things that like I normally do to keep myself grounded and to keep myself like healthy, both physically and mentally and spiritually and everything. And it feels like I've, like I said, like all out of whack and all out of place, and I need to like get myself back into that. Especially like with food too. I've had, for those of you who don't know me, I do have, I don't know, an eating disorder. I used to, still kind of do. I think I always forever will. Like once you have one, like you kind of always do. It's always gonna be with you. But I'm recovered, but I'm not fully recovered. But like I think I'm fully recovered. It's like my brain will always have it within me, but I think that I'm so much better than I was. And I feel like I've talked so much about my eating disorder and like what it was like going through that experience, and kind of had just said like, I'm so much better now. I live this life that's so much greater, which is true. Very true. I've gotten out of the depths of it, but there's still like some lingering stuff that I do deal with. Keep in mind, I would never in a million years go back to being anorexic. Fuck that. No, never going back. I used to want to relapse. Never will. Now, never fucking will. Thank you. Never will. Not going through that. Been there, done that. Nope. Thank you. But I still have like, I went through the work for the really deep stuff where it's like, I'm not restricting anymore. No. I like to eat now. Yes. I can eat chocolate every night. Yes. But there's things that have stuck with me where like, if I eat out once in a week, I have to eat healthy for the rest of that week, or every other meal in that day has to be healthy. Or if I eat pancakes for breakfast once, I can't eat pancakes for the rest of the week. Just little things like that. And even with exercise too is also why I've been like feeling a little bit weird about the gym as well, is because I still have this conception that like, I don't know how to put it, like, because I know it's not true, but part of me still believes it, whereas like, if I'm eating a lot, I need to also be exercising a lot. Like, if I'm not exercising in one day, then I like don't allow myself, or don't like think it's okay for me to eat like certain foods in that day, or like eat a lot in that day, which I think is something very put out there in society right now, or has been for a very long time, where it's like, oh no, I had desserts today, I had cake, like, or I had a burger, I have to eat healthy the rest of the day, or like, I gotta go for a walk after dinner and burn off this cake. Literally not true at all. You don't need to do that. You don't even burn off food. There's no such thing as burning it off. Like, what? You're just using the energy that food has given you. You're still getting the same nutrients from the food that you would any other food. You're still getting the energy from that food as you would any other food. There's just different stuff in it. It's not bad for you, unless, as anything is, nothing's like horribly, most foods like cake isn't bad for you unless you eat it excessively, as with any other food. And with exercise, I feel like I need to be working out consistently, or I'm going to lose my abs. I'm going to lose the muscle on my arm. I've been thinking this lately because I haven't been going to the gym. I think that like my physique is going to change so much within a few weeks of not working out consistently every day. It's not. It's literally not. My physique has always kind of been this way. And yes, sure, the gym does help me maintain the way I look in a sense. But like, I'm not going to gain like 50 pounds in a few weeks because I haven't been going to the gym and I haven't been eating what my mind deems as healthy, or like my regular. But for some reason, my brain thinks that my body's just going to completely change because I haven't been going to the gym as much, and I haven't been eating, and I've been eating out, and I've been eating poutine and ice cream and chips and all this more than I have been eating all the foods that all like the healthy foods, my safe foods. I still have fucking safe foods and fear foods, but my fear foods aren't really fear foods anymore. If you know what I mean by fear foods and safe foods, basically in eating disorder, you have foods that you're like, fuck no, I will never touch those. Oh my God. I used to like genuinely, like I was terrified of certain foods, like terrified, like it was bad. I was shaking, physically shaking while eating pizza for the first time in recovery. That's how, like, actually, like, it sounds silly to some people, but like I was like, that's how terrified I was. because my mind was just so afraid of my body changing and other things. But I still have those like fear foods like that, but they're not to the same extent. It's more so like subconsciously I tell myself I can't really have these foods that often. I can have them, it's okay for me to have them, but like you can't have them that often. Like once a month is okay, or you can have them this week, but like you can't have them any other time this week, and you can't have like any other fear food within that week. Like, which is not true. But my brain tells me that. And then my safe foods are the ones that are like, oh, you can eat these all day, every day. It doesn't matter how many times you eat this in a day or a week or a month. Like, I'm fine to eat them whenever. And I don't like overthink them, or I don't, tell myself I can't eat them or anything like that, or feel guilty or ashamed for eating them. And those are normally fruits and vegetables and like, I don't know, rice and potatoes and stuff like that. Your whole grains and whatnot. And then the fear foods right now are more like ice cream or burgers and hot dogs, because at my work we get like there's burgers and hot dogs twice every week, and we can like get them for a pretty cheap price. You just get them made for you, and you're on the job, so I don't have to bring food. You just get a burger and hot dog, and that's twice a week. And to me, I was like, I've been eating way too many burgers. Like, this is not good. Like, I ate one last week. I can't eat another one this week. I can't keep having these burgers every week. I'm just gonna gain so much weight if I have a burger every week. That's so bad. But like that, no. A burger has the same contents, the same nutrients as like another safe meal that I would eat. I feel like I would have a taco and I would be fine. For some reason, yeah, I would have tacos, or like maybe not a burrito, but I have like tacos or like a taco salad, probably the same contents, probably like literally even more. And I would think that was a safe food and a safe meal to have, and I could have that multiple times a week. But a burger, no. Because I think it's because society kind of has deemed burgers as like, fat people eat burgers and whatnot. But literally no. Burgers give you the same amount of energy. Not the same amount, but like the same energy, the same nutrients. It has your carbs, your protein, your fats, your vegetables, etc. It has it all, which is what makes a healthy meal. That it has nutrients and your food groups. That's what makes a healthy meal, not much other factors, really. And it's not like I'm eating like 2 burgers every single day for a month or more. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm eating one once a week or twice a week for a few weeks. Like, that's literally perfectly fine. It's not going to change my body. It's not. But for some reason my brain tells me it will. And then I think like, oh my god, I'm eating this burger, and then I'm going out for lunch with my friends, and I just ate Tim Hortons this day, and I ate like chips as a snack this day, all within 1 week, and that's way too much. I can't be eating all of that in this week all together. Like, I need to get back on routine, and I need to be eating like my safe, healthy meals every single day, and I can't be snacking on chips all the time, and I can't be eating ice cream all the time, and blah, 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 blah. Because I've been eating ice cream a lot too. But it is so fine for me to be eating those things because I'm fueling my body. My body is hungry, and I'm fueling it, and I'm giving it nutrients. I'm still eating a balanced diet. I'm still getting the right amount of calories. I'm getting all my food groups. I'm not missing out on nutrients. I'm not missing out on vitamins or minerals or anything like that. I'm having a full, balanced, well-rounded diet. I'm not eating like chips and a burger every single meal of my day. No. I have so many different things. I have a variety of foods within my diet, and that is what makes it healthy. I think it is healthy, and it's totally fine for me to be eating that different things throughout the week. Like, why does that have to affect anything? I don't know. Like, why is what I ate today have to affect what I eat for the rest of the week? It doesn't. Today is today. What I eat right now, if I'm hungry in 2 hours, okay. What I ate right now doesn't have to affect what I eat in 2 hours. So if I'm hungry in 2 hours, then I can decide what my body wants in those 2 hours at that moment. Right now, it doesn't have to affect what I'm eating later. You know what I mean? It doesn't. Make those decisions in the moment. Your body will tell you. Your body literally knows. Your body literally knows what it wants and what it's craving and what it needs. And it will tell you if you listen. It will. I don't need to tell it. My brain doesn't need to tell it. My body knows. It knows already. It knows. It is not based off what I fucking ate last week. No. And also, my body doesn't know the difference between a meal I ate at the restaurant versus a meal I made at home. It's the same ingredients. We both go to the store and buy the ingredients and make it. It's not that much different. Maybe it's a little bit more processed, but okay. Still fueling my body. Still having a balanced meal and getting myself all the nutrients. Like, I think I needed to hear that. I haven't actually said that out loud or really thought about that, but I needed to hear all the stuff I just said. And think about that. So I'm honestly feeling better after saying all that. And I hope that helps someone else, because it literally just helped me. But back to the gym thing with this is that I'm afraid that my physique is changing, right? Because I haven't been going to the gym, but I think I still obviously have that little bit of mindset where I think that going to the gym is for my physique when it's really not. That's not the healthiest way of thinking. And my intention with going to the gym and my intention with working out is to make myself feel better, is to have a strong body that I can move and do so many cool things with, and be strong. I love being strong. I love being able to move heavy weights around, and I love being able to just do cool things with my body, like high jump. I think it's cool that my body is capable of doing that. And dancing, that makes me so happy, and it's fun for me to do, and I enjoy it, and my intention with moving my body is to keep my body healthy as well, not to have a certain physique. But sometimes my brain likes to tell me that's the only reason that we go to the gym. And I think that's a part of my brain that's kind of been getting in my way and making me feel guilty for not going to the gym every single day. And sometimes even when I tell myself, well, okay, I'm just going to do yoga today then, or I'll just do a little bit of stretching today. So then I move my body and still work through my muscles, get my body moving, and that's really good for me. That's still I know yoga makes me feel so good, and it can be quick, but then that little part of my brain says, no, that's not a full workout. You need to be sweating, you need to be burning all the calories, you need to be doing a full-blown workout. But I don't need to be. I don't. To fulfill my intentions, yoga would completely fulfill them. Moving my body, making myself feel good, and that still will keep me strong and flexible and slim. Is that the right description? I don't know. Or even just going for a walk. I love going for walks, honestly. Would still keep me, my cardio up, my fitness up, would be really good for my mental health, and would get me outside and everything like that. That would be great for me. But sometimes I'm well, no, that's not a workout. You're just going for a walk. You need to actually go work out. But a walk fulfills all my intentions. So why can't I just go for a walk? I don't have the time. most of the time I don't have the time to really go to the gym because I'm working and I'm hanging out with my friends and family. And there's not a lot of in-between time for me to actually set out for a full-blown gym workout that I do. Like, when I go to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym and I get carried away and I just have too much fun. And then I'm there for a few hours. And then I have to come home and shower and eat and blah, 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 and recover. And normally I have like a full headache after, which is not fun. And then I'm kind of drained and really tired. And then it's hard to hang out with my friends after. But there's time for me to do yoga, go for a walk for like 10-15 minutes. And then after, I'll feel great. I'll feel energized. And I would have had that time. And then when I do have the time for like a full-blown 2-hour workout or like an hour workout, or maybe like if I really want, I'm feeling like, oh, I want to go for a run, or I just like want to do a real sweaty workout or lift some weights, like it's okay if I can only do that for 30 minutes or something. Like, that's still a workout. That's still something. It doesn't need to be a full, like, 2-3 hour workout. I'm still moving my body. I'm still, getting that little bit of movement in, which is good for me and healthy for my body and brain and soul. And that is the purpose of it. And I forget that all the time. I'm like, no, it needs to be a 3-hour workout where I'm dripping sweat and my face is pitch red and I feel so great after. But it doesn't always have to be that. I can do yoga, I can go for a walk and fit in these little pieces of movement when I can and when I have the time, and to make myself feel better and to keep myself healthy all around. Not for my physique. That's not what it's for. Yeah. That's my little spiel about how I've been struggling with that recently, and also just that, honestly, it doesn't matter what you're eating. It matters that you're eating. This is what I've had to tell myself so much through recovery. It's like, it matters that I'm eating and I'm taking care of myself and I'm staying healthy. That's what matters the most. If I'm eating chips and pizza and burgers and ice cream all in a day, that's okay. I'm still fueling myself. I'm still listening to my body and what my body wants, and that's what matters most. I'm still taking care of myself. Not eating is worse than eating all of those things. Honestly. Not eating is so much more unhealthy than eating chips and pop and pizza and ice cream and everything in a day. And I have to remind myself that often. And it's okay to eat those things all in 1 week. That's okay. Or all in one day. That's okay. And not go to the gym that day. That's okay. Yeah. But besides that, let me backtrack a little bit here and go back to my shift work and my job and not having a routine, because it's hard for me not to have this routine, because I also, like I said, my intentions are to keep my body healthy, and I want to do what's best for me and what keeps me mentally and physically and spiritually healthy. And for that, normally I have a routine where like I wake up, I like do my skincare and everything, and I get dressed and do my hair and blah blah blah, and then can go read and eat my breakfast and like have a nice slow morning before I start to get to work and everything. But I don't really have those slow mornings anymore. Some days I do, some days I don't. And then also, like, normally I do have like a set time within every single day to work out. I always have those set times. And right now I don't have like blocks within my day for working out. My days are kind of just like random. Honestly, when I'm home, my days are very fucking random. Like with shift work, especially, because just random shifts, and then randomly after work or during work, my friends will text me and be like, oh, like, when are you done? Like, let's go hang out after. And they're like, okay. I'm gonna go hang out with them instead of like going to the gym, or instead of working on my podcast, or instead of, cleaning my room or something. And so sometimes I do put like my friends before myself, or hanging out with my friends before like little self-care things, or like my routine, like my set routine things that I like to do, which is okay. It's something that like I have to just accept. I mean, I obviously want to. I'm choosing to, definitely. But then it's finding time to also fit in, those little self-care things, and like, making the time and fitting in the time to move my body, to go for a walk, to do some yoga, to do a quick gym workout, or like at least once a week have my full-on workout, or twice a week have that full-on workout, but also like find little moments throughout my day where I can be moving it, can be doing the yoga, can be going for a walk, can go dance or whatever, or do Pilates or something like that. And then also like with my meals, it's been hard because I don't have like a consistent eating schedule, which I am used to having a eating schedule. Like I'm used to every morning at like 8 a.m. I have my breakfast, and then every afternoon around 12 I have my lunch, and then every evening at like 6, 7 I have my dinner, and then I have a snack after, I have a snacks in between or whatever. And I'm kind of like used to having that eating routine and like knowing what my meals are going to be throughout the day. And right now like I don't have that. And then I think that's what causes me to like, and I also like just don't really have the time or make the time to like make myself meals really. I mean, my parents have been a great help obviously, because I'm with them right now, and they like do take care of me and like make me food and whatever, which bless their hearts. But I think if I just put a little bit more effort into that, maybe I would feel better. I think it's just a little bit of laziness with the food aspect, which is literally fine. I still literally am eating such a balanced diet, so it's okay. I just overthink that aspect way too much. But yeah, for some reason I'll just it makes me feel unhealthy. But then now that I've just talked it all through and really thought about it, I'm like, wait, I'm actually not doing anything unhealthy. Like I'm not in an unhealthy routine. It's really not. Like I said, time and time again, I still am eating balanced diet. I still am moving my body quite frequently, honestly. It's just different from what I used to, so I think that's why in my head I'm like, oh my god, I'm so unhealthy. But my big takeaway message here for anyone who is actually like struggling with the same things, like going to the gym or eating a balanced diet, or even like just accepting eating and everything like that, is to take a step back like I just did and really look at it and be like, okay, what am I eating? What am I afraid of here? Like what are my beliefs here? So like mine were that eating out and eating pancakes once in a week was unhealthy, so I needed to eat what I thought was healthy for the rest of that week, and then next week I could eat one thing unhealthy again, or else I would make my body would grow bigger, or I would put on fat or something, and I was afraid of changing my physique. And so noting that, becoming aware of that, and then thinking like, okay, really, those things will not make me gain weight the way I'm eating them. It won't. 2, gaining weight is not a bad thing, not something to be afraid of. And realistically, even if I did gain any weight, it would not be noticeable from those things. I don't eat it excessively. It's not like I'm binge eating these things all the time. No, my body's not going to change that much within the span of a few weeks just from eating these things. So just like become aware of that, notice those things, and just be like, okay, it's actually not that unhealthy for me to be doing, And if you're struggling with going to the gym, I think just focus on what your intentions are with exercise and movement. Figure out what those intentions are. And if it is like mine, to feel healthy and to feel good and to feel happy and just to like make sure your body and your mind is healthy. Like honestly, going for a walk is so good for your mental health. Like going outside and going for a walk is so good for your mental health and physical health and everything. And I think movement in general is. But find those intentions and then realize that like, okay, what can I do today to get this movement in and to make myself feel good and to, you know, have that little bit of movement in today. Like, what can I fit into my day today? Is it a 15-minute walk outside listening to a podcast or something? Is it a little bit of yoga? Is it going to the gym and lifting weights? Like, what can it be today to get that in? And give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and kindness, because I think a lot of us have schedules that like you just can't fit in a full workout every day. Mine at school, yes, because that is literally my job, to work out. But if you're not an athlete, it's not going to be that. You're going to have a whole job, you're going to have a whole life, and you might just have to fit in a 15-minute workout here and there. You might just have to find time for like what you enjoy doing. Find time for like the movement that you enjoy doing. Plan it, schedule it in, and stick to it. Stick to that commitment. Stick to the commitment of taking care of yourself and keeping yourself healthy and happy. Because like I was saying, like I'm going through a period where yes, I'm struggling with my mental health right now. And for me to have a routine is really important, but I don't have that. So I need to find and schedule in like little periods throughout my day and find time throughout my day where I can do these things that ground me. And I know that will make me feel good and that will clear my mind a little bit and, you know, just like re-energize and re-ground me back into where I am right now. And so sticking to that and sticking to that commitment of, you know, taking care of myself and implementing these little things into my daily life are just like, they're so important for me, and I think are important for everyone, just to like, you know, commit to yourself and stick to those commitments, and, you know, just find the little bits within your day where you can do these little self-care things. Because I think that sometimes we think of like exercise or like meditating or, you know, making a healthy meal as so time consuming. It's like, well, if I'm going to work out, like I have to go work out and it's going to be a few hours. Or if I'm going to make a healthy meal, like it's going to take just like so long and I just don't have that time. Or if I'm going to meditate, like it's going to be like 20-minute meditation and it's going to take so much of my time and I just can't do that. And it just gets so overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be, because a meditation could be 2 minutes. It could be 30 seconds. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, whatever. It doesn't have to be long. It could be whatever you can fit in. A exercise doesn't have to be hours long. It could be 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever. And making a healthy meal, like sometimes it doesn't have to take that long. You can find like a quick 20-minute recipe thing, or make some fucking pasta, and that's healthy. Like it doesn't have to be as overwhelming as sometimes we think it is. Like having these healthy habits doesn't have to be as overwhelming or as much as sometimes we set it out to be. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go figure out how I'm gonna make my new little schedule to get myself more grounded within this next week, and I'll update you again next week what I've done, because I think I want to do more yoga and just go for walks and stuff, like daily, have those things in my daily schedule. I would say routine, but I don't have a fucking routine, but like kind of daily routine, like just doing yoga when I can, either before or after work, going for a walk when I'm not doing yoga, or even doubling up, just whatever my body feels. And then also just giving myself grace with it all. I think is most important for me, and I think for everyone else. Through everything, just give yourself grace. Let me preach that. Be kind to yourself. You deserve the kindness. You deserve the love from yourself. You do. Okay. I think that's all I needed to say today. It was good. I needed to get that all off my chest. So thank you so much for listening. I hope it helped at least one of you out there. And if it did, please let me know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what episodes you like, what else you would like to hear more of, any suggestions. Literally, please let me know. It would help out so much. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm always here. I hope you know that. DMs are always open, and know that I love you all so much, and I thank you for being here today. Thank you. Okay. That's all for today, guys. Have an amazing week, and I will talk to you again next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Bum ba bum. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Yeah. Bye.